sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First down for Lockett, and he's someone who's been a reliable weapon throughout his entire career. In fact, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. When it's all said and done, he's been one of the best receivers in Seahawks franchise history.
A man who played collegiately over in East Lansing, here's Ken Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Smith. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years, and he's rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. In motion goes the tight end. Goff now looks to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions 1st. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Back to throw, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Goff. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. In motion goes Raymond. Goff now looking to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Geno. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Smith. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Smith. And he's got Smith-Njigba. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, here's Smith. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Smith. We'll get that to Charbonnet. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 9. Geno now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll a fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 30-yard line.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd. And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Smith. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's the gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Three-quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. To the air again. Goff. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an out there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And Khalif Raymond was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions will add to their fourth quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing now is Geno. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Detroit's offense ready to take over. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Geno and the Seahawks down 14-11. A minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Smith's going to throw it. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package. Big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Smith to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Smith. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. This complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. That one let go deep for Laporta. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Lions are going to win this game. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.